Everyone, day 74 testosterone. I just woke up about 30 minutes ago. My sleep schedule, it went off yesterday because my parents had to wake up about the same time my goal is. This morning, I am about an hour later than my goal, but at least I did get up early. And provided my parents don't do no 6 or 6:30 thing again, because that's the whole reason I even made that time, was so that I wouldn't have to grind gears with them. But hopefully if it don't go back to that, I will continue waking up early. If it does, I'll go right back to my 2 o'clock schedule because it ain't damn worth it. But it is definitely worth it if I don't have to butt heads with those two and I can eat before I have to interact with anybody. Because that's just the thing. If by the time mom gets her little butt out of bed I've done already eat, she's gonna find I'm a lot easier to get along with. And the same can be said of my dad. Like, in both ways. I eat first, then I act better. If he'd take the time to eat first, he'd act better, but he prides himself on not eating all the time. My mom knows better. She eats all the time. Divided meals, she tries not to overeat. She's doing things great. It's still not perfect, but I mean, she gets hungry throughout the day. She has smaller meals throughout the day. Meanwhile, Dad, he eats like one meal a day and it's not a big meal. He's bragging his head off about it. If you're only eating one meal a day and it ain't a big deal, a big meal, you're eating one meal a day, it ain't a big meal, and you're screaming at everyone around you, and you have a terrible attitude, maybe you're doing things wrong. Dad always talks about when he was younger, he could eat a whole bunch of food and not gain any weight. Now he's gaining weight, but he's bragging, oh, I don't eat food. I didn't eat all day long. You said you ate. Well, I didn't. Ha ha. I didn't have food. Not an intelligent move. Really not. Anyway, yeah. Just a short little. If you've been watching my videos for a while, I live with a hoarder. My dad is grouchy. He brags about not eating. My mom's 71. She has diabetes. She's got cognitive problems. My dad fundamentally disagrees with me on a lot of topics about ethics, which is not a good thing. And he will argue his point, and if you dare disagree with his point, you're suddenly the bad guy, he's the good guy, and he's always right. He prides himself on not being selfish. And he cusses and swears before doing what anyone says. And he prides himself on everything that he does right and brags about all the time. Anytime anything happens, he has to go around and gossip to the nearest person what just happened. This is the shit that I have to live with. I'll give both my parents one thing, though. They are honest people. As far as money goes, very honest. Mom's not good at counting, but if she was, she'd be more honest with money than she is now. It ain't cause she's a dishonest person, it's honestly cause she don't know how to count money. But Dad, on the other hand, like, Mom's problem, she can't count money. She's liable to give you too much. She's liable to take too much and not know anything's wrong because she can't count. But she's a great woman. Don't think she's dishonest for 1 second. She is very honest. Dad, he's very honest with money. And he can count. And he does appear cocky at times. Another good thing about Dad is he's never actually hit me. He has spanked me, but he never actually hit me. And as far as I know, except for maybe during his sleep, because he doesn't always paralyze completely during sleep, I think he has hit Mom before, maybe once during sleep, and not knowing what he's doing. Don't mistake that for violence. That ain't what he did. There's very few times I can think of that he ever did anything. Usually in his sleep, he's facing away from my mom, and he'll, like, punch the refrigerator. Because he'll have a dream, and for whatever reason he has to punch someone in his dream. Sometimes I wish they didn't sleep together. Sometimes I worry that he will accidentally hit my mom. And now she's 71 and that wouldn't bode well. And it would make them both look bad. Especially Dad. For love me, I worry about those two. And I have good reason to worry about those two. I shouldn't go on talking too much about my parents' flaws. I should stop. I should. But that doesn't mean that I got all of this off my chest. That doesn't mean that I'm happy with the state of affairs. But I am glad that my mom's still alive. And no matter how annoying he is, I'm glad my dad's alive. If you don't have parents and they're not abusive pieces of crap and they're not toxic in the worst way possible and they're not complete Karens, be very thankful. And even if they're a complete Karen within their own house, but a perfect gentleman out in society, my heart goes out to you, but be thankful. That's the most terrible thing I've said, but you can tell I'm not having a good time here. I'm suffering. But anyway, everyone, live your best life. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. And YouTube, I am 32 years old. I'm a transgender man, and do not disable my comments, YouTube. That doesn't look good on you. Peace, everyone.